Today's daily Bible thought continues James chapter 4 with verse 5 and verse 6. And bear with me on this because they are a little difficult, I think. And so we're going to walk through them. Verse 5, do you think the scriptures have no meaning? They say that God is passionate, that the Spirit He has placed within us should be faithful to Him. And He gives grace generously. As the scriptures say, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. All right, so unpack it with me a little. So first question is kind of rhetorical. Do you think the scriptures have no meaning? Well, hopefully not, but there are those in our culture right now who do not believe the Bible is the Word of God. We have got to step up. We have got to step up. We can't start with having them just, try to think about God. We need them to know there is a God, one God, and He gave us His Word as a way to know how to live. That's a good first step. Start there. And then the fact that the scriptures tell us that God is passionate for us. He wants our spirit to be one with His. He wants us to be His. He wants us to be faithful to Him. He is always faithful, but He wants us to be faithful to Him. Remember the verse before yesterday that said, you adulterers? Okay, this is talking about being faithful in a covenant. So like if I tell you I'm going to be true to you, if I'm going to be faithful to you, as I am faithful to my husband Troy, I don't even look at another guy. I love my husband. And I mean, what would be there to look at because I got the best? So I'm just saying, we are meant to look only to God. We're supposed to be faithful to God. And then it tells us He gives grace generously. So He wants to give grace. And as the scriptures say, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And we're coming up on the verse 7 that talks there, submit to God. So we're supposed to humble ourselves before God. And that's hard to do because we're not very humble. We're pretty proud. So kind of evaluate yourself like God's been doing with me with the book of James. Read the book of James for yourself. Get in chapter 4 and just stay there. But read James 4, 5, and 6 yourself, maybe in a different version. And just remember, He opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble.